And as we continue our team coverage of Tropical Storm Debby's impacts across the Midlands, we're now turning to Orangeburg County, where heavy rains continue to cause flooding.
Our Ashley Jones has been out in Holly Hill all day and joins us live with the latest updates. Ashley, how's it going out there?
Well, Hannah, Greg, right now we are off of Bennett Circle. This is a neighborhood here. Keep in mind, if you were with us at 10 o'clock, we were off of Bayview Street. And just to give you some context, Bennett Circle is about a minute away from Bayview Street. And together, that's about 6 minutes away from town here in Holly Hill. And we were out here yesterday as well, and we kind of drove through this area. And what we saw was just, some standing water in a few front yards of some homes here. But today, the conditions have definitely worsened. Like in this front yard here, where I'm standing in front of right now, this front yard is completely washed out. I mean, this is something that I've never quite seen before, as I've, been covering severe weather with you all for about a year now. This is kind of the worst that I've seen so far. And then I want you all to kind of take a look this way. As you can see, this road is closed off here. This road is completely washed out as well. And keep in mind, again, this is a neighborhood, and this is kind of the name of the game here out here in Holly Hill, what we've been seeing as far as these neighborhoods just being completely washed out. We took some video earlier today. It was clearer. Obviously, it was lighter outside. And I want you to go ahead and take a look at that video. So what we saw was just like, a lot of homes or a lot of front yards that were just completely washed out. And something else that we noticed too were, people who have been living out here in Holly Hill, they've kind of gotten used to these floodwaters. And again, you may see some images, some clips that we took earlier today of some people walking through that floodwater. We want to remind you again that this is not safe to do. I think a lot of these people, again, have just gotten used to these floodwaters. But again, this is not a safe thing to do. Our State House reporter, Mary Green, kind of explained to us yesterday what's in that water, a lot of bacteria, a lot of chemicals. But again, the people that live out here have just gotten used to this water, these high waters. Go ahead and take a listen to what some of them had to say earlier today.
I think the flooding is going to get substantially worse. I don't know that it'll be like what we saw in 2015, but it'll probably be the closest we've seen to that type of flooding. But like Alan said, I mean, the infrastructure out here, as far as the ditches and waterways and stuff that Orangeburg County maintains, they're not very well kept. And so, as you can see, if you ride around and you look at the creek, if you look at ditches, a lot of the culverts and stuff, they're not kept clear of debris.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you all about is that the reason why this area floods the way that it does has to do with how low the area sits, but it also has to do with, just from what people have told me, is that the creek that's over this way and the culverts, they're not cleared out. The debris kind of builds up and it causes this water to rush out into the front yards here. But we're going to continue to assess the damage out here, and we'll definitely keep you all updated with what we see out here. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to you all in the studio. Greg, Hannah.